Forgot to move up for a Sesh.
All right. Anyway, welcome back to the From the Jump podcast. I'm your host, Nick Ozuna, at Dunks by Nick on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah. Go check it out. We got my co-host over here, Andy Bellet.
Yep, Andy, 5'10", Dunker. My current vert is 41, but I'm going to test next week because we had a really good dunk session.
Really? You're going to test?
Yeah.
All right.
Dope.
Yeah. All right, and then we have our guest for today, part of the new trio, new Texas flight crew, right over here. We're Foreman, and we are going to rep for Texas and grow big. But Jack, introduce yourself.
Hello. What's good, YouTube? My name is Jack Argent. I am 5'8", and I'm a dunker. My Instagram right now is lowercase Jack_Argent13. Go follow me there. I got one of my dunks there, looking to grow in this dunking world.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, well, let's get right into it. We got a couple things to start out with.
Yeah, you want to do your questions first?
Yeah, my questions are pretty start right off. So Jack, let's hear about your athletic backstory. How'd you come into? Just start us from the beginning.
Okay, so I'm gonna start. It's gonna take it back. 6th grade. That's when I started playing basketball. But I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of shit.
Really?
The actual basketball, bro. I got cut from my freshman team. But one thing, I was playing AAU. Well, skip to sophomore year.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore year summer, I grabbed the rim for the first time.
Really?
And I thought to myself, bro, I get no fucking PT. There were some games where I didn't even play. Got no burn. So I was like, all right, this jumping shit, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So.
Because when I first met you, bro, you were always kind of bouncy. But I've only known of you since sophomore year. I think.
Yeah. Might have been a little later, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah, basketball,
So did you touch rim before that sophomore year?
I probably did, but I don't remember. I didn't really care when I touched rim.
Were you 1 foot or 2 foot in the beginning?
Always 2 foot.
Okay. Prep.
But it's weird about it, once basketball was starting to fizzle out, I started to discover track, and I trained with somebody who was a 4-time NCAA championship. He was in the Olympics, and so I trained. No, high jump, but he knew all 3 jumps: long jump, triple jump, high jump. So I kind of did track for a little bit. I was kind of shit, but he transformed me, and I took track decently far. But then once after high school, after I graduated, wasn't really in the cards. So I wanted to stay jumping, stay training as an athlete. So that's when I kind of got into dunking. Started my senior year. That's when I hung on the rim for the first time. So I was still always progressively getting bouncier, but obviously for over a year, been training jumping far. So I'm still trying to make the adjustment to getting height on my jumps, which I think I got, but I'll get there for sure.
You know what? And I think the fact that you've been training to jump far has really helped you progress in jumping fast.
Yeah,
you've only been really training to jump for how long now? Maybe a year?
I want to say, I think I really started taking it seriously. That first jump session we did at HCI, that was my first real session.
Our sesh?
Yeah. I'd always pass through in between pickup games. Kind of jump up, hang on the rim.
Yeah.
Just for fun and stuff. But once this kind of it kind of opened my eye when I did last summer, I did that sesh. So around June-ish is when I really started taking this journey seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I always am in the gym and stuff like that, but this dunking journey has really started.
It gives you a new goal.
Yeah, for real. It really started 4 months ago, I want to say. I'm still relatively.
So you've just been training off and on for a year, but now you've taken it serious 4 months ago?
Yeah, I'm taking this whole thing serious.
Yeah. What was your knowledge base of the dunk world before this? Did you know there was pro dunkers? Did you know?
I did. It's just I actually on TNT. I used to watch the Dunk League.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I did. It was
what season?
I don't remember. No. It was in 2018 or 2019.
Okay.
But I did see. I think I saw. That's where I saw Jay Clark. I'm bro, this is
Clark.
Sick. And Mac McClung in them. I'm bro, this is sick. Double unders, or double over. Double over, that's what's called. Still a little new, but I see them jumping over people, doing under the legs dunks. It's
they're 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, there's some a bunch of jumpers. I see a bunch of guys out there that are under 6 foot. So okay, I can do this shit too. I got a good mentality. I'm pretty humble. I'm to myself. I got good values. I work hard. So I'm gonna pursue this. That's what I thought to myself for sure.
Yeah, man. And honestly, I totally thought you were when I first met you, I was this guy is totally into the basketball grind. I saw you at TWE. That's the AAU team he was talking about.
Yeah, that team I played for.
Yeah. But I just thought you were really deep into basketball. I didn't realize you were this athlete.
No,
'Cause
I'm
you-
trying to train. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad that you came and like, bro. Out of everybody that like, we're glad to have you, bro. We're trying to really grow this Texas Flight Crew and rep for Texas. We see y'all Minnesota. We see y'all Utah,
Yes,
like California. We're up next.
Yeah,
Next gen
yeah.
Texas, baby.
Yeah.
Watch out.
If y'all don't know what Texas Flight Crew is, basically there's this thing that got started through Utah Dunkers. It's like a online dunk teams, and they do online contests. And I formed this thing called Texas Flight Crew, and pretty much no one does it. We have 5 members, and we're all doing our own thing. Whether it's basketball, there's this guy named Kate, he does videography. Sid, he plays professional basketball.
Really?
Ron, he just works.
Sick.
Yeah.
And so I'm the only one who posts on it. I met Nick basically a year ago, and then we're just trying to form it up. We know a guy named JT. We're trying to get us 3 to start posting, and then now Jack.
And those original members, those are all like DFW people, like Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah,
that's
from where
sick.
I'm from. Yeah.
So we're mostly we're like the Austin sector, so we're kind of
Yeah.
like growing it.
I want to meet JT because I know he's a triple jumper too. So
Man,
That's
have you
cool
seen
to hear
JT
from-
though?
I have. I've seen this. It's cool.
Yeah, he's really balanced. Yeah, I don't know what his vert was. I think at camp when I met him, it was like a 38, 37.
I think that's where I'm around.
Yeah.
Dude, I pulled up back home and we dunked at a 24-hour fitness. It's like a 9/11 rim, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Windmill.
I've seen.
He windmilled, bro.
Yeah.
He windmilled and he dunked off vert.
Yeah, and he dunked
That's
over.
sick.
Right. And this dude's, I mean, he's 6 foot. I think he's a little taller than us.
He's young too.
He's young. I think he is in his senior year.
17 or 18.
Yeah, he's something like that. And the crazy part is he doesn't even focus dunking. Like
No, yeah, that's
he's a
crazy.
track athlete at heart, and he wants
I
to.
kind of did that too. I like focused on track, like triple jumping, and kind of passing got me more bouncy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, triple jumpers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man.
So like, stop playing.
Yeah.
hey, cross
This guy should
country,
play sport.
cross country runner, 7th grade. What you talking about, bro?
7th grade, no, don't count.
Come on, man. My mile time. I don't think I ever got below 6 though. I don't think I ever ran below 6 minute mile.
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
What was y'all's record though?
I want to say like 6 flat.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know, I can't remember.
Low key, I was a competitor, and I couldn't run long distances, but me and my friends, we had to do the mile in 8th grade, and I ran a 5:45.
Damn.
Mm.
Dude,
Because I was like, I like winning.
Yeah.
I hate to lose.
Dude, you know what's the worst part? So my little brother, he's in like 7th grade. He's in 8th grade now actually, but he has this friend and he runs cross country, and I was like, I'm gonna beat his time. Bro ran like a 5:45, and I was like, dude, I can get under 6 minute mile. I'm like an athlete and shit. So I went and tried the mile, bro. I got like 6:10.
Yeah. It's
Like this
hard, bro.
8th grader's beating me now,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
There's 8th graders with almost 4s, bro. It's
That's
insane.
what's crazy about long distance, though. It's so much different than like jumping high. Like a little kid, I feel like no matter how much they train, they're probably not gonna jump 50 inches in the air.
Right.
But like
No.
they can run a mile in
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
little
sure.
over
It's just-
4 minutes. Like
Right.
they can run like fast ass.
Right.
miles.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay.
Oh.
You want to throw one of yours out?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
You
we already know about your background.
little.
Who is? Oh no, this is a good one. What are your current short-term and dunk goals and your long-term dunk goals?
Short term at the moment, so I just got to be more patient. Is getting one-handers off dribble consistently. These two know I definitely have the jump height.
No, for
Yeah,
sure.
we were literally
You're
talking about
fine.
that.
They know about
You're
that.
fine.
It's just like sometimes when I get to the top, I just want.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Sometimes it doesn't always work out. So like I can be a little more patient here. Just know that you jump high enough. You just gotta put it through. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But like
Good.
Long-term goals?
long term, eventually, what I really want to do, a long term project, I want to get really, really good off of 2 feet. Like I'm trying to become, like windmills, back scratchers.
Yeah.
Maybe get to a point behind the East Bay, like in the really, really long term. But eventually, once I train all that, I want to add 1 foot too.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love to add that long term for sure.
So your goal is to just to have a dunk bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like eventually something. You know?
At 5'8" and just be that guy at LA Fitness, bro. And they're like,
Just be exactly.
just be that dude at LA Fitness. I think that's all of our goals, and that's
Yeah.
all of our like little kid goals. Just be that dude at LA Fitness.
Yeah.
All right, and then another one. Oh yeah, what is a good one? Oh, do you know what your standing reach is?
We measured it.
Yo, measure it is
It's like 7'5", 7'6".
7'6",
It was something, like-
7'6".
So if you put that into perspective,
I'm 7'8". I think you're 7'9", right?
I'm 7'9" reach.
7'9".
So like if you put it in perspective, you gotta jump 5 inches higher than I do for a normal dunk. So what's 7'5"? That's 7 inches for 8. and then 24 for 10 feet. So 24 plus 7, you're already jumping 31 inches just to touch the rim.
Right.
So just dunking, minimum is going to be like a
35, 36, yeah.
35, 36 inch jump, and you can dunk.
What do you think his vert is? Because I hypothesize he has a 40.
I
think
would say
40?
High 30s, low 40. High 30s for sure.
I say 37, 38.
I think 38 for sure.
38?
Put it on a vertex because it's hard to tell.
You know, when are you testing? Because dude, you should totally test.
Yeah,
but I mean, your knees, you might want to be.
Yeah, I need to be. My knees
See if
up.
you can hold
That's
up.
another thing about my journey.
Yeah.
Bro, I've had Oscar sliders. I got diagnosed with that in 8th grade.
What's that?
It's like you get like there's like by your patella tendon. It's like your bone just grows too fast.
Okay.
And like that kind of stuff, and it's eventually progressed into like jumper's knee, and I've dealt with it in like my track seasons and training.
Right.
So yeah, my knees are. So.
Dude, honestly, like, preach THP, bro.
THP?
Yeah, do you know what THP is?
It's Isaiah Rivera's program, I'm
Dude,
pretty sure.
and, like, it costs money, but if you ever really do commit to it, bro, I mean, do you know any jumpers that aren't on a program of some sort? I mean,
the best jumpers in the world
or on some shit.
are on something that could be Jump Master, which is Kilgannon's. They might have a degree in physiology.
Yeah, or they're coaches. They're either not they're coaches or someone's coaching them.
Yeah. I'm on THP. There's 3 people with a 50-inch vert right now who are all going to test one day together, and they're all on THP.
Okay. You know Tony Crosby?
No, I don't remember.
5'6", bro. He touched 50.5 recently, and he went for 51. I swear he just missed the bell. He just missed the bell, right?
But the thing is every single dunker on their journey has some kind of knee pain, back pain, or shoulder pain that hits them out of nowhere.
And if not now, in the future, right?
I mean, that's the thing about peak performance is when humans were not made to jump high. We're not kangaroos. We were made to run away and survive. And so anytime we're jumping all the time, we're literally putting our body through a blender. And if we're not able to recover and adapt, then that's when it really affects us. Yeah.
You're taking fucking fall damage out there. And
yeah, bro.
Like, it's annoying.
Man, ISOs.
Yeah, I would not stress that enough.
Right.
If I had to guess your vert though, I would think the minimum is gonna be between 36 and 40, and that just depends on how you feel on the day.
Yeah.
And then the Vertec doesn't lie to you. So like you could have a high jumping day, but you don't know the rim height.
I think your baseline is like 35, 36.
That's not bad.
Yeah, like on your worst day, I think you're jumping 36.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But let's see. What do you feel like you can improve on? Like we had a jump session today before this.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. I had some better ones in the past, like a couple weeks ago. After my right knee was throbbing after.
He was dunking a couple weeks ago. Wait, what did we measure the rim? This one right here.
That's 9'11 3/4.
So the one we dunked outside
too, yeah.
2 weeks or a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever, it was 9'11, and then this one today was 9'11 3/4.
Oh, so that was just 9'11, so that was 3 3/4 higher. Okay, because he was punching on those. You were punching on this 9'11. You totally could.
So
were you feeling good that day though?
I was. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
And the rim was not as. The Peace Park rim is literally just, it doesn't...
It feels like a block, bro. It feels like a wall.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely does, but... Yeah, definitely being softer on the rim. Sometimes I just pull down the rim too early. Like, I don't...
And it bounces out?
Yeah, it bounces out a lot. I back rim a lot. I have that tendency to. So it's just correcting a few basic things. Literally, like, with me... If I fix one thing, I think it's gonna start to click for sure.
Yeah, man. But it's all about finding it and recognizing it in the moment and making sure you write that shit out.
I mean, I think you can apply your jump to triple jump. I literally do that, like with the behind the back today. The first jump, the motion wasn't good. That's a whole separate thing. But I hit the back of the rim.
Right.
That tells me I'm jumping from too far away. So instead of coming down, I'm pushing out. So I move my approach closer.
Right. Yeah, I can relate.
So it's like the same thing on the board. Like
if
you're behind the board,
you don't want to be.
Sorry. Say you're running too fast and you get in front of the board. You would back up your approach.
Yeah, move back 6 inches or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Knowing how where you should be on the penultimate. Think of your penultimate as a board, and that's how I always thought of it. Now it's more of a natural thing because it's been 3 years since I've done triple jump.
Basically, yeah.
And so now it's more
definitely
about,
gonna take
I just
time.
gotta back up.
For sure, I just gotta get used to jumping with a basketball too consistently. That's different. Like sometimes my hand speed can be off because I'm used to like this motion,
Right.
arms out instead of like the ball here jump up.
And bro,
I'm trying to get height, trying to transition that. So
right.
still in that process. I'll figure it out. I think I've done a pretty good job. If I'm landing dunks like stuff like inside 10 foot mostly, but like outside on 9/11 is pretty fine for me.
And bro,
4 months in.
Like you were throwing some mean lobs today, dude. I think you should start going off lob. I think you should start going off lob.
I'll just throw it in there when like sometimes the off dribble doesn't land. I might just throw the off lob in there.
Right.
Or start off my sesh. I might switch up.
Sometimes getting a make is the best way to make a different type of dunk. Like, say I keep missing an off lob mill. Well, what's like a regress version? It would be just an off lob dunk.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what's a regress version of that? It would be just
a dunk.
And then if you can't do that, then it's like
work on the regressions.
I definitely know taking it to the next level. Low rimming.
Yeah, man.
I need to low rim consistently.
Dude, that's why you gotta pull up on Thursday.
Actually, I think on Friday, I'm going back on Friday. I know like a low rim in my hometown I used to train on.
Yeah.
I've been training to get like 2-handers on like 9.5, 9.7. So might just practice some dunks on there. Low rimming is definitely gonna help.
Yeah.
Me get my hand speed down. Make sure I know how to grab the rim or like the timing. It could definitely help with that. I think that's definitely one thing.
And you know, like every podcast I've ever seen, like Dylan's podcast, bro, Dylan and Hunter preach low rimming. Like every dunker preaches low rimming. If they could go back to when they first started, they would be low rimming. And I think we could all the same.
I wish I would have low rimmed. Literally, it's like it was instant improvement. I went a whole year and a half of dunking with no low rimming. I feel like if I would have low rimmed, one, I would have hit every single dunk quicker, and two, I would have hit every single dunk easier. Like there's just so much you learn from doing a low rim. You feel the makes and you know what works and you know how to do it the quickest way possible, the most efficient way to get it done.
For sure.
Like I don't know. You think, how do I jump up and do this thing in the air? It's like, well, now I've learned before I jump up. First, you gotta jump up.
Right.
And this is the cues you learn.
Yeah. There's cues, so I make sure I get the ball to at least head height, and then if I'm gonna do something that's around my back or in a circle motion, it's you gotta know how gravity works. So if I'm going behind my back, I don't want to go under my butt, because it'll immediately fall.
Right.
If I go push up into my offhand, gravity's gonna send it up and then send it back down. And then same thing with the windmill. Your offhand's gonna push the bottom of the ball, and your arm's just gonna automatically move, and it's like a pendulum. It's not gonna leave your hand because you just push all that gravity down into it.
Right.
So learning things like that as you go along makes dunks way easier.
I also think it puts a lot less stress on your mind, because when you're trying to jump on 10, you're trying to focus a lot on the jump if you can't get up there easy. You know what I mean? It allows you to just solely focus on the technique. And so, once you have the jumping down, then it's like, now you're only thinking technique. Because I bet you don't even, I mean, you probably think about your jump, but not as much as you like would if you had our like bounce, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it all depends on maybe like what dunk it is. Sometimes you have to rely more on your vert for a dunk. And sometimes you have to rely more on your hand speed. Like, this might sound crazy, but like, if you can do a one-hand dunk with the right hand speed, you can literally do an off-lob windmill.
Yeah.
It's as simple as just knowing the timing, the hand-eye coordination, and your hand speed, and it can be an instantaneous thing.
Right.
Like Dylan Haugen, he tested his vert and he only got a 41.
Right.
But before that, he got a 37. So that's when he was doing 37, he could still windmill. And he could still hit an East Bay with a 37-inch vert.
Yeah.
And it's because he does low rimming and he knows where to be at the right time.
Right.
And so sometimes I feel like I'm always bad about it. Like the minute that Nick hits a one-hander, I'm like, bet, hit a two-hander. Yeah. And you're like,
I was like, I've never done that. Well, because I never tried. I need to like rep it out in low rims, honestly.
Yeah, same here.
But
they're so hard to find. They're so hard to find.
They are. Yeah.
Well, I have one.
Oh, you have? Oh, you have one at the gym.
My gym I have a crank.
Right. But we gotta pay to get in every single time. Which kind of,
I don't.
Hey. Oh, maybe. How much is the membership though?
For you, how much do you? Oh, well, not disclose on.
But I actually got another question. Dunkers that inspired you.
Dude, there's so many.
Yeah.
It's like NBA players, pro dunkers.
Yeah, NBA players was a big thing for me when getting in.
Oh, same. I
Not
remember
me.
watching small guards, Russell Westbrook,
D Rose.
Derrick Rose, favorite player ever. Congrats on his retirement.
Yeah.
Great career. Would have been arguably a top 5 point guard all the time.
Right.
Kept at the rate he did.
Going to the city.
They should have pulled him out. It was like they were up 11 in that playoff game. There was like a minute 23 left. He should not have been playing.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been on the bench. Like they already won the game.
Right.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, definitely some NBA players. Mac McClung was a huge one.
Oh my God, revive the dunk contest, bro.
Definitely, and just watching like top high school players. You know, Jalen Green, Josh Christopher.
Mm.
Zion's a freak, but like Zion's a freak athlete. But, like,
High school Zion was insane.
High school
bro.
Zion was different. Just other guys, Jalen Hands, he was a freak athlete.
Mhm.
Just like guys in like all his life and other stuff from high school games.
Any
De'Aaron
pro
Fox.
dunkers?
Any pro ones? So Isaiah Rivera is I love Isaiah Rivera.
Right.
He's insane, crazy guy, crazy dunker, stuff like that. Jordan Kilgannon was another one for me. That's the one that really caught my eye when I watched the Dunk League.
I knew him as the blue hair guy before I knew him as a pro dunker.
It's so
honestly.
crazy that you know.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Dude, it was crazy meeting him because like, I mean, honestly, he was kind of the same as I expected him to be in person, but like, he was really chill.
He was nothing like I thought he'd be.
Really?
Like I thought he was gonna be like.
More outgoing?
No, I thought he was gonna be Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Oh
he's
yeah,
like-
because he's
he's
like
super-
at the top of his game.
He's super down to earth.
But
and
then like
humble.
you meet
That's
him,
good.
and
Yeah,
then he's
That's
like,
cool. That's awesome to hear.
yeah, he's like a super nice, just Canadian dude.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Hey,
hey, hi.
hey,
Hi there.
I dunk.
And then he'll give you he has like, he can give you like a 2-page essay on every single dunk and how to do it better.
All the cues, bro. He
Yeah.
knows everything, man. And you know what? Just being around him, you can feel his discipline. You know what I mean? You can feel like
For sure.
when this guy says he's done, he's done. When this guy says
Yeah.
something, he means it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can feel that, and I respect that.
I do.
Because there are pro dunkers out there that, I mean, like all of us, we just fall into the path of just wanting to have fun or wanting to keep jumping, or like,
Yeah.
and I mean, last jump session, I said it was gonna be a 30-minute session, ended up being 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know how it is, bro. It's just like you love it so much, and like you're so close to hitting that dunk, and then the timer goes off, and you're just like,
No, I remember in high school, like jumps practices, I get in trouble for doing extra reps.
really?
I get in trouble
Yeah.
because they tried to limit my jumps. They knew that like, because there was one practice where I took an extra like shorter push up, and one of my jumps coaches came up to me. He was like, "Yeah, the assistant coach told me you did an extra rep," and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. Because it feels logic. It feels logical. It feels like
So just
okay, you
go
do
at it.
more of it,
Yeah.
you're gonna learn, but
Then I realized, yeah,
you gotta take your foot off the pedal, and that's the hardest
I
part
realized
for.
my knees were just dying after jumping. So like, yeah, you should have took it a little easier. Take it back a little bit.
Yeah, and to that too, like when I first got into dunking, like I just thought, I didn't realize the amount of discipline that comes into it. I thought like you just dunk every day, the more you dunk, the better you get.
Right.
But like it's really
Yeah.
like, it's a controlled thing. And like, I always compare it to like a track, because I feel like we are track athletes more than we are basketball athletes,
For
honestly,
sure, yeah.
sometimes. Like, just the way the sport goes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it's like it is as simple as the more you jump, the better you get. But the hard part is like we're not machines. We're literally human. So like
Right.
Yes.
if you jump every single day for a whole year, chances are you're gonna bust your knees up.
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck up your back.
I'm literally like the only one in my family bloodline who has ever like touched a rim, bro. Like I
Yeah.
have 0 athletes in my family.
Right, same here, bro.
Yeah.
Same
0.
here.
On that, like that's why most of the highest jumpers in the world, they have always had like a point of time when they were kids
Yeah.
where like it's really really hard to get hurt, where they just jumped every single
Like
day.
Yeah.
Mikey Williams at 14. He was just
Mikey
dunking,
Williams,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all
Like,
he
people
did-
like that.
And just jumping.
Right, because they can just take it.
Yeah.
They can just take it, but nah, as we get older, I don't know. But do you have any
It's
more?
like not really. I was gonna say, like the most important thing I've learned with jumping higher, getting better at dunking in general, is you don't necessarily need to jump higher. You just need to be able to, 1, jump consistently, 2,
Yeah.
stay healthy,
For sure.
and 3, don't think about day-to-day progress. So
Right.
like, if you think about progress in like, if you're thinking about your dunk journey, you're like, oh, in a month I need to be able to do this. You're not gonna do it most likely.
Facts.
The way I've looked at it, especially now, like I got to a point where I made a whole bunch of newbie gain improvement, and then I got to like peak, and then I got hurt, and then I'm slowly coming back, and it's like my progress isn't linear anymore. It's
Right.
more like
Yeah.
I hit a bump, I fall down, I get back up, I hit a bump,
Yeah.
and it's because I'm trying to think about my day-to-day progress. But if you think about you're consistent and you're healthy and you jump for a year without any injury, think about how much progress you make in 1 year.
Compared to that injured
Yeah.
guy, right?
So if you make 4 inches of progress in 1 year, that might sound like it took a long time, but 4 inches in 1 year is
A ton.
a pivotal
Yeah,
thing.
I'm a full believer in that philosophy of it. Shit does not come overnight. It shouldn't. It would feel so unrewarding. It would feel like, damn, it only took me like a week to do this. It's like, that's what like injuries or like struggling, having bad sessions. Like, you think about those when you're finally accomplishing what you want to accomplish. You just remember like, damn, I remember I struggled trying to get one-handers and now I'm windmilling. It's like,
Yeah.
it just makes you think about that, and it just makes it more rewarding. Like, the process is so rewarding
Right.
to me.
And dude, I gotta
I
give you.
fully believe that.
So what?
I fully believe that like the process is just so rewarding.
Right. And I think that's
If
we
you-
gotta more people gotta respect the process.
Yeah, like if you never struggle, like that first, like imagine that first bit of adversity, it's gonna force someone to fold and like they won't know what to do. But like if you encounter like struggle after struggle and then you eventually reach a peak, like it makes that peak so rewarding.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But dude, I gotta give you props, man, because like so much of dunking for me has been emotional. Like I have a ton of self-doubt for myself, and when I became friends with you and you passed a lot of things, a lot of what you taught me, and I feel like some of the biggest reasons I started even dunking was because of you, and it was because the emotional control that you helped me have. You're like, because before you, bro, I was like so in my head about dunking, and I still am to this day.
Here we go.
But I have a lot more confidence because of
Definitely.
just stuff that you've been telling me.
I mean, at the end of it, you gotta remember why you're doing it, and instead of like thinking about a grand scheme goal, like if you fixate on the end goal, you really can't
Yeah.
reach anything. You have to treat every day like in its whole. So like
Right.
when I think of a goal, I don't like think, oh, I'm gonna work for this goal.
Mm.
I'm gonna be my goal is to do the work. And so like every day I have short-term goals. Like I have a list. It's like, what do I have to do today? Well, I have to walk 3 times, do McGill 3 times, any train or jump. And
Right.
that's how it is. If you do those goals and you stick with it for a long span of time, you're gonna get close to what you're reaching.
Facts.
I'm gonna say it. Y'all should read Vagabond. I read this manga.
He's been
right?
preaching Vagabond.
Vagabond is literally like.
Do you watch anime?
No.
Nah?
Not an anime guy at all.
Dude, we are anime guys, bro. We
Yes.
love that.
Y'all just don't want to be RDC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love RDC.
I do too.
Yeah. So you gotta watch.
We gotta put you on, bro.
Slam
You will
Dunk.
become an anime guy.
No, I won't.
Yes,
bro.
sir.
I've tried it before.
Okay, why? Why not? Have you tried?
I have tried. It
Okay.
got so boring so fast.
What did you watch?
Naruto. That's it.
That's baseline though.
Yeah,
That's baseline.
I'm good though.
All right, man.
Yeah.
We'll get you. Don't worry. You'll transition.
Yeah. At least read Vagabond, because it's not even like it's a manga, but it's not really. It's literally Vagabond is about a real person that existed, and he wrote a whole ass philosophy.
Okay.
His name's Musashi Miyamoto, right? And so this is like samurai sword fighting age of Japan, and he's like, oh, I want to be the greatest swordsman to ever live.
Okay.
I want to be the strongest person on the planet. And
Right.
he basically just goes through his whole life with like a whole bunch of trial and error
Right.
and realizing what actually makes someone strong. And it has nothing to do with sword fighting, because there's other shit going on in the world besides sword fighting. Like, just because you're not reaching a dunking goal doesn't mean that you're not a good dunker or a strong person. It's
Right.
more like
Facts.
change your perspective a little bit. It's like nothing happens all at once. I feel like being content and happy is way better than worrying about bullshit that doesn't really matter.
Yeah. But we also had a dunk session today. We went to Peace Park.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool. I like it for the vibes.
It's pretty cool.
Honestly,
it's pretty sick.
Vibes were nice.
Austin, yeah, it was cool.
Rims are high. Rims are straightforward. Like you either miss or you don't.
Yeah, miss you,
We also got a crowd. There was people watching us too.
That
It was nice. It was nice. But anything from the sesh y'all want to talk about?
You go first.
Me?
Or let's
Let's let the guests do it. Let's go.
My thoughts on this sesh.
How'd you feel?
Still had like the same inconsistencies, grabbing the rim too early. But like, definitely I feel good about where I'm at. I feel better after the session. My knees do a little bit.
Yeah, because you was like pretty low pain today in comparison to our last sessions.
Yeah, compared to last session. But
For sure.
For first time on a stiffer rim, definitely a little bit more difficult. I'm still trying to get used to jumping outside for sure.
I will say you also jumped significantly less than all of our sessions, I feel like. I feel like you didn't jump as much today. You don't think so?
I feel like, like the striving improvement mentality in me thinks like, it's like, oh, you need to be jumping more, but like, I feel like I did a good job like managing my jumps, taking more time.
Yeah.
I'll continue to try to get better.
And thus you're blessed with less knee pain.
I guess.
Yeah, sometimes it's more about the quality of your jumps rather than jumping a lot. If you have 100 really, really good jumps versus 1,000, I'm just gonna sprint as hard as I can, like not worry about, like not have good technique, like which one's better? It's almost like that question.
Yeah.
It's like that question that bodybuilders like, what's better doing 100 pounds 10 times or 10 pounds 100 times?
Yeah.
And I think it's 100 pounds.
But your takeaways from the jump sesh?
My sesh was good. I don't know if y'all know I deal with a back injury that's slowly going away. So I only had 15 jumps. I only took maybe 16 or 17.
The little extra in there at the very end.
Yeah. But I kept to my regimen. I hit a windmill first try.
Yeah,
I tried it behind the back 3 times, back rimmed once, and just missed the other 2.
Right.
Had a lot of high jumps. And yeah, it was just a solid sesh. I don't have expectations anymore. I just know that I want to jump high and I want to dunk hard. And then if trick dunks come along with that, that's pretty much how it was. The windmill's the only thing I've really been trying to do, and I've been doing it every sesh.
Right. Yeah. But for my dunk sesh, my main goal was to I was deciding whether or not I wanted to do one-handers or off lobs, and I think I just went with one-handers today. But I think my biggest problem right now is that I can't translate my speed in my full approach. Like, I feel like during my full approach, I haven't just mentally gotten down okay, we're gonna go slow to super, super fast. And I don't know why I can't yet. I think it's just gonna take reps.
Right.
But so I stopped doing my whole approach from the 3-point line and I moved in and I just went off drop step and then I went off maybe like another step after that. And through Andy's coaching, like, I was getting up there, like, even higher than I was off my full approach. So, like, I jumped off a drop step on a 9-11 and 3/4 rim. And, like, I know, and I think as soon as I can translate that to my full, like, 5-step, 6-step approach, like, I'm going to be going crazier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's just that. It's also, I don't know if I'm too soft. I think I was pushing the ball instead of, like, putting the ball down for a lot of the jumps. But I think good reps. But yeah, honestly, solid like 8 out of 10 today, I feel like, in my opinion. I dunked it.
Yeah, I had fun. The vibes are always good at P's. This is one of the first parks I ever dunked at when I moved in Austin. And so I got really, really good really, really fast because I had dunked there for like a month straight. And then before I ever got into an indoor court. And this is my favorite story, dude. This is before I had back pain. I was able to windmill, reverse, do crazy, whatever dumb shit without warming up. And I couldn't East Bay outside still. It was never a consistent dunk.
Did you East Bay inside?
I had East Bay once.
One time.
And I was practicing this whole month and I kept either back rimming or I would go for far distances and I would like front rim. And then the minute that I got inside, because I practiced outside in like whatever conditions, first try, literally just punched the shit out of it.
Dude,
in a men's league.
Yeah, in a men's
On a
league?
fast break.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Wow.
Same game?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And it's all because I just think you should practice. They always talk about like if you want to compete one day, like you have to be able to do it
Outside,
on
inside.
your worst day, on a 10-foot rim, whatever condition.
Facts, yeah.
And so, like, if you dunk outside on a 10-foot rim, whether it's hot, cold, looking slippery, like
When you get into an inside, it's a field day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's fun.
And
Especially
like,
at LA Fitness, that's always
Yeah,
fun.
and a lot of contests too are outside. Like a lot of the
Yeah,
contests
that's-
I've been seeing are
Yeah,
outside.
there's some.
FIBA's outside.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice
fun,
cool,
yeah.
FIBA.
And then Dylan Hagen did one recently. I think his first contest ever was outside
Yeah, his first one was outside with
that other short guy.
Minnesota guy. He's
Yeah.
tough. He's behind the back.
He's tough. He's tough.
Yeah.
He looks shorter than him too.
Also, congrats, Dylan, for winning your first contest.
Yes, sir. Dude, I saw the whole high school thing. It was sick, bro. That East Bay, like, it's crazy how you can like be 5'10" and then out dunking people that are 6'5", and that's the goal that I want to live up to.
Yeah,
one day.
exactly.
Right.
I want to be that 5'8" white kid that just defies the odds.
Exactly, man. But we're hoping to get Dylan on pretty soon. We're hoping to get my coach, Ambrose Amin, pretty soon. Check out his YouTube and his Instagram. He's really cool. But those are plans for the future. Anything you want to say in closing? Anyone?
I got some additional thoughts about today's
Yeah.
session. Want to give a shout out to Andy for continually progressing, like my approach and technique, trying to figure out the things I'm doing.
I'm coming in clutch.
You know, give that wisdom. Oh boy, 22 now, so.
Oh boy, yeah.
22, been dunking since I was 8, or I guess I got my first dunk. I've been posting dunk contests since I was 18 or 19. So 4 years. We're all at different points.
Yep.
You're about a year and a half in, 2 years. You're about
4 months.
4 or 5
Hey,
months. So
hey, we all gotta start somewhere. It's just taking that first step. Yeah. Anything from you?
don't work for a goal. Make your goal the work, and have no aspirations for the future. Just focus on what you're doing right now.
God, I'm casually dropping
Oh,
some
bro.
wisdom, bro.
God, I'm the philosopher out here.
Vagabond.
Vagabond. Vagabond. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, appreciate
Y'all, you want to plug your Instagram? Everything?
I did in the beginning, but it
Do it
is,
again.
You know, it's on Instagram, Jack_Argent13, ARGENT.
We're going to get him to post some content soon. We're going to get Texas Flag Crew up in the air, and we'll see y'all next time.
Make your stuff public.
Right.
That.
Yeah.
That's the key. Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Peace. Vagabond.
Yeah, peace, Vagabond.
You gotta read.